Welcome to Freezer Milk Podcast. I'm your host, Bridget, along with my husband, Chris. Podcast where we talk about the comedic side and serious side of parenting, life, and relationships. We are boy parents. We have two boys, Enzo and Rhett, with about a 6-year age gap between the two. You can check out our website, freezermilk.com. Also, feel free to follow us on Instagram at Freezer Milk Podcast. Thanks and hope you enjoy. Welcome back.
How's it going, everybody?
You sound a little robotic. Do you want to explain why?
Yeah,
Are you trying out for Darth Vader?
What's that?
I said, are you trying out for Darth Vader?
Yeah. I'm trying out for a new movie role, and so it's a very animated sound. Anyway, now I'm out of town for work.
So we are coming to you via Zoom today. Technology, thank goodness.
Yeah, how about that, huh? It's come a long way.
So, Enzo is in his first camp this week. So it's like battle robots, and it's 3 hours a day, put on by like Parks and Rec out here for 7 to 12-year-olds. When I tell you this kid's expectation level was through the roof, he has been so disappointed all week.
That sucks.
He was expecting, and I'm like, I don't know why you thought a 7 to 12 age group would allow this. He was like, I want to build a robot that has a chainsaw and fire and a flipper. I was like, and so in their class, they're like, hey guys, we're going to build robots out of Legos today. And he was all, wah, wah.
So is that all they're doing right now, is just build them out of Legos?
Yeah, and then they played some tournaments with them today or something like that. I'm not really sure. He didn't get into it too much because he's just not interested at all. His expectation level was apparently through the roof. Because he watches different battle robot shows, and I'm like, yeah, but those are A, not 7-year-olds, B, not something that's under $200 for a week.
Well, it was probably because I told him about what I did in high school.
Right?
Battle fighting, or the robot fighting, and we entered competitions and stuff like that. So, but I mean, is there a lot of kids at this program?
I think there's 16 of them. He's the youngest, for sure.
That makes it difficult.
And he's not, like he was saying today, some tournament they did, they're paired up in groups of 2. And he got 0 points when it was his turn, but his teammate got a ton of points, so his team came in first place.
No, so this isn't really about the lack of technology or the lack of, coolness, but the fact that he isn't winning.
I think it's a mix of both, because today was the first day they did a competition, and so the first 2 days of it, they were just building stuff, and he was definitely but where's the flames? Where's
the cool stuff?
Right.
Funny. Well, maybe the next camp he goes to, he'll enjoy that one.
Oh god, I'm I don't know how to manage his expectation level down now at this point, hey.
Yeah, I don't know what he expects from a coding camp. Does he think that's going to be exciting?
I think he thinks he's going to develop a video game in 5 days.
Yeah, right.
I'm we need to manage your expectations a little bit, but...
No.
He's we're going to work on video games and make a video game, and I was I don't know if you're going to do all that in 5 days.
Do you even understand what coding is?
I don't think so.
He just hears video games in the same sentence as coding video games.
Oh, what was it today? We were watching the Great Food Truck Race or whatever, cooking competition show, and they go fishing because they're in Alaska for king salmon or halibut. And Enzo goes, I want to fish. Can Karina go fishing? Is there somewhere I can fish? And I want to have a picture with the fish and then write on the back of it, Enzo's first fish. I was that's a very specific memory request.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take him fishing.
He was like, and then I could have a fish collection. I was like, well, but most of the stuff out here is catch and release. So you catch it and then you throw it back in the water so it continues to live.
And you have to have a license.
He was like, oh, well, I'd be okay with that too. We could just get pictures of each of them. But is there places where we can go where we can, like, catch a fish and get a picture with it? I was like, well, the picture would be on your phone and then we would just print it out. It was like a whole conversation, though. I'm like, you do understand you have to touch a worm or some kind of bait, right?
I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised he even wanted to do something like that.
I was shocked. I, again, don't know if he fully understands everything with it. But it might be worth trying.
Always do it.
Yeah. And then, let's see. He was, like, on fire today. So then I made dinner. And I sent you a picture of it. It's, like, a total kitchen sink of dinner. Like, I didn't know what to make. I just looked it around the house in the fridge. And I was like, well, the tomatoes are starting to, get a little wrinkly for, like, the cherry tomatoes. And we have grits for days. And, I wanted to try cooking an egg a new way I'd seen on one of the cooking shows. So I was like, I can figure this out. I'll make some grits, toss some butter in them. I will do the egg for myself, how I saw on the show, and see if it turns out. I was like, I'll take these tomatoes and kind of like chop them up and put them in a little pan with some olive oil and season them with like some celery salt, sea salt, like a little bit of honey to like make it like a sweet savory tomato sauce, and let it like reduce down. And then I air fried some sweet potato and Brussels sprouts and put all of that in a bowl and like drizzled some balsamic.
How's it been since I've been out of town and you've been manning the house?
Oh, it's been terrible. This is the first time I actually like made food probably since you've been gone. But Enzo, so I do everything but the egg for Enzo. And Enzo eats a bite of it and he's like, my mind is blown. I was like, how so? He was like, the flavors are really good, Mom. I was like, thanks, bud. Just witted.
Yeah, what's been the hardest part about me being gone? Because this has been a prolonged period of time.
Yeah.
I've been gone. A lot longer than I would normally be gone.
I'm so used to having you integrated into the day-to-day life because we both work from home.
Yeah.
And so we very much have like an amazing partnership of taking care of the kids and stuff around the house. And like right now with me being pregnant and like sick more often, like you're picking up way more of the slack and doing a lot more because I haven't been feeling great. And so with you gone, like it affects everybody. Like Enzo misses you. Rhett definitely misses you. I miss you.
What's Rhett doing?
Yeah, God, he like runs around, dada, 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 dada.
It's just different. It's a little bit different atmosphere.
Oh gosh, yeah. You can tell like he misses you in the morning because he's used to you getting him up, or like when I put him to bed, he kind of like looks around like dada. And now, like, when he does the video calls with you, like, he, like, grabs the phone and wants to, like, hold the phone so he can hold you.
Yeah, I miss everybody. It's hard. It's hard when I travel. I'm here with my team, and, there's four other guys, and they want to go drink and gamble and, have fun, and I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, I'm not doing that. I'm going back to my room. They're like texting me, are you coming back out? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going back to my room. I don't know.
What do you think that is? What do you think's changed about that for you?
It's just not my scene anymore. These guys are...
None of them have young kids.
No, I mean, Alan does. Well, Alan's got kids, but they're all older.
Yeah, so none of them have, like, toddler, 5 and under.
No, the other guys don't have any kids, so it's just, and it's different for me. I mean, I'm still in that phase with, Rhett. He's only 14 to 15 months old, and he's, I don't get a ton of great sleep. And, it's definitely a lot better, but, they are very demanding. The kids are very demanding, and our home life can be demanding. And, honestly, I'm too tired to go out and, party it up, with these guys. I'm just like, man, I'm good. I'd rather go back to my quiet. Not to mention it's busy out here and just too many people.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of a shut-in, so.
I wouldn't call you a shut-in. We just have, we work from home, and we have small children, and it's hot as hell in Arizona. You are missing a crazy. It was 107 today.
Yep.
It's supposed to be, I think, 114 this weekend. It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's cooler where I'm at, but it's not by much.
Yeah.
Still a little warm, so.
But, we don't really leave the house that much, and I wouldn't say it's because we're shut-ins. We've created a very comfortable life, and this season we're in of working from home with young children, in Arizona where it's hot, we just don't go out very often.
Yeah.
Sorry I yawned. I struggle with sleeping when you're traveling. Once I fall asleep, I'm good.
Which is ironic because you complain when I'm there about sleeping because I snore.
Again, once I fall asleep, I'm good.
It's just falling asleep.
Yeah. So
what do you think that is?
I think just because, at that point, the whole house is quiet, and the, aloneness reality sets in of, I'm super alone, and I'm not used to being alone in, our bed. I'm used to sleeping in the bed next to me, and making your little noises, and, tossing and turning, and everything, all of it.
Getting up, getting down.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think when you're gone, I just struggle. My body's something's off. Don't go to sleep yet. And so it's always a struggle for me to fall asleep at a decent hour when you're gone. When you're here, especially in this season when right now, I pass out pretty early because my body's hey, you're trying to 3D print a baby inside of you right now. You need rest.
Yeah.
But when you're traveling, my body's I don't want to go lay in bed by myself, so we're gonna stay up until you're beyond exhaustion, 11. Who the fuck's calling me at this time of night? Spam. But yeah, so my body's I can't fall asleep till 11 o'clock. It's terrible. And then the baby gets up. This morning started his day at 5:30. How's all this is? This is not enough sleep for me whatsoever.
Yeah, so typically when I travel, I try to minimize my trips to about 48 hours. So this one happens to be quite a bit longer. I mean, we're pushing 5 days, 6 days, something like that. Which is a lot. I mean, it adds a lot.
Yeah, and with both kids and then running Enzo to camp. So camp starts at 9. And then I have to pick them up at noon. So by the time I get back in the morning, then I have to leave again. It's only a 2-hour window.
Right.
And I'm man, I feel like I just got back home. Now I gotta leave again.
You're doing a good job, though.
I'm trying to.
You get me tomorrow.
I'm excited about that. I was definitely yesterday. I was struggling. I wasn't feeling very good yesterday for some reason. Do you remember when I texted you and you were oh, it's gotta be bad then?
Yeah, I mean, you literally had to call my mom and tell her to come over. So I knew it was bad when you were willingly inviting my mom over to help.
Right. How funny is that? As soon as I was I think I might have to call your mom, you were probably oh shit. Bridget must really be struggling.
Maybe I could get on a plane and come home early, and then I'm
no. She was oh good, I wanted to talk to you about a bunch of stuff.
Who, my mom?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was okay, well, I think when she got here and she realized how sick I was, she was oh okay, once you put Rhett to bed, if you want to just go, like, lay down, I'll just watch a movie with Enzo till his bedtime and make sure he goes to bed. I was like, that sounds great, actually.
She did that.
She did.
That's awesome. Takes a village.
She ate that salad that was in her fridge, so, we got rid of that, too. Uh-huh.
It's been in there for, like, 3 weeks.
Oh, she was like, oh, this expired May 15th. I was like, yeah, I'll probably just throw it away. She was like, oh, no. All the ones at my house expired back on, like, April 1st, and I still eat them. She was like, I just pick out the bad parts.
She's got a stomach of steel.
I was like, okay. If you're sure you want it.
No. At least she came by. I mean, gave you a little bit of a reprieve, I guess.
How many times have you, like, popped open to, like, watch the videos on the, like, cameras in the house?
Mainly just his crib one.
Yeah. Check on him when he's sleeping or napping.
Yeah, and then I check all the front door camera stuff. But, I'm looking forward to coming home.
What do you think?
I don't like sleeping in hotels.
I would say, what do you think is, like, hard for you? Like,
not being able to help. Not being there. Not being able to hold my son.
What do you miss about it now that he is, like, way more of a personality?
Because I can, every time you do our little Zoom thing in the morning with him.
Our video call?
Our video call, you can always tell that he is so confused by it, but he's also, like, kind of sad.
Yeah.
So.
But he's also so excited that he doesn't know what to do with it, and so he gets all bashful.
Yeah. So, I'm ready. I'm ready to come home.
We definitely miss you. Try not to miss your flight.
Yeah, I won't. I'll get here.
Did we talk about last week that we found out the sex of the baby?
I don't think so.
I don't know if we did.
Yeah, so we found out that we're having another boy.
Boy mom for life.
For many listeners, if we've already said this, we apologize in advance, but
we're tired.
We're tired. We've got that. We're tired. We've got that kid brain, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, we're having a boy. I'll be honest with you, I was a little bummed.
I know, I could tell. I felt bad.
Because, I mean, I was ready. I was hoping for a girl. You were terrified. You were, like, terrified about the girl situation.
I was super hard on my parents.
Yeah, I wasn't easy on my parents.
And, like, imagining a daughter of my own, like, whew. We think Enzo is sassy. Good God. A daughter would be terrifying. I think it's just because, like, I have boys, so I know boys-ish, Each kid's different, but, like, a girl would just be very unfamiliar territory.
Mm-hmm.
Enzo today was like, when are we going to pick out a name?
Well, see what he has to say.
Oh, God, he has terrible suggestions.
Yeah.
Normally, like, with Rhett, we gave him 2 options that we were both good with, and then we let him pick from those. We'll probably do something similar. Narrow it down to some options and see if he wants to weigh in or not.
I like it.
What was the one? I feel like he suggested, like, Buster or something. And I was like, no, absolutely not.
My son after a cat.
Right.
Well, I'm going to pack it in.
Yeah, we'll keep it short. I know we're tired.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody listening and getting through this with us and joining in on our adventure. And there we go.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Thanks everybody for listening. You can check us out at
freezermilk.com
or Instagram.
Freezer Milk Podcast.
Until next week, guys. Thanks.
Don't forget, parenting is a trip. We are all here on the journey with you together. Thanks so much for listening.